Floor is yours.
Hey, everybody, this is the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. Going to review the North Wilkesboro return and get you ready for Charlotte best that we can.
Well, it's the
And
super
as always,
super weekend with the Indy
well,
500.
yeah, it's an all day. I think there's a big F1 in the morning.
Oh, is there?
Uh, yeah. As always, what did you think?
Uh, told you so. Told you Kyle Larson's gonna stink it up. I told you that type of track fits him.
You did, and I picked Harvick. That didn't work out too good.
No, he was like second to last.
No, he's 18th.
Oh well, close enough.
Yeah, well, out of 24, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I watched the interview with Kyle. He says I don't know if it was the car was that good or the tires made that much of a difference. I think it was kind of both because his car was kind of crap leading into it, and then they got the tires and it just went alive. And then he went from last to first, and then he put like a 15-second lead and lapped almost all but like 12 people, and he just dominated. And everybody's like, "Oh, this is a horrible race." I'm like, are you not entertained by how dominating that is? Because it's Kyle Larson for one. But
I think it's more it was HMS than anything else, and there's a lot of people right now that are so anti Hendrick Motorsports.
It is, but it's also you got to realize it's the car where they can't pass. It's not the track; it's the car. Because the truck race, great.
Oh, the truck race was awesome.
So
he won that too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, he's one of those guys. He figured out early on where you could get down to that fresh patch concrete and scoot and boot off that corner and be gone. But it's the car. It's not the track. The track is already deteriorating. 1981. How 42 years ago that thing was last paved. It's been sitting dormant for what, 25 years with no one paying
27.
Yeah, so
it was 1996 that
no
they
maintenance
last
on it. It had weeds and trees growing out of it. What do you expect? In yours, I'm surprised it held up.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
The car has made a big problem.
That was my biggest takeaway because I've seen a lot of back and forth all over social media. I love North Wilkesboro.
It was a great track. It was a great atmosphere. It was a great. It was so good watching all of that.
But I think, as you do, that it's the car. It's not necessarily the racing. And I mean, I'll give props to. There was hardly any pass.
Look at every other small track: Martinsville, Richmond, Bristol. It's the same shit. They can't pass. It's the car.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't North Wilkesboro being that track. It's the car. The way it's designed.
Well, as you said, all you had to do was watch truck race. That was awesome.
I would have died to have Xfinity there because I feel they have better racing because they can pass their cars. So I would have loved to have seen Xfinity, which I don't know why they weren't, because I mean you could easily fit it, but yeah, the truck was great. I actually enjoyed the whole weekend really, but I'm a Kyle Larson fan, so naturally happy with it.
No, I'm glad he won. And some other comments that I had entertained. HMS this, HMS that.
No, they all have the same exact fucking car. That's what this new car is. Get a better driver.
And that is where I was leading up to. Is it wasn't that Kyle Larson himself was that much better.
He just knows how to
It was,
drive.
well, he figured it out. I
Yep.
think he got a lot of information when he drove the truck race, and he
Exactly. Yep.
figured some things out there. But this goes back to my 61-year-old ass. If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning.
Yep.
And NASCAR has taken all of the parameters and availability of adjustments and figuring things out with what we would call a quote unquote stock car away from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anybody cheating, believe me. But I remember the days of the 3 Mile fuel line. I remember all this stuff. And th- I'm sorry, like society, a level playing field is unrealistic. If you're smart enough to figure something out, if you're smart enough to do something better than the guy next to you, do it. But now that's not possible.
Yeah.
It's just not possible. And kudos to NASCAR. They achieved their goal. It I've had conversations with people on social media also about what does the S stand for. Even you, what, you're 36, 37, can remember us going back to the track at Michigan and the win on Monday or Sunday by on Monday. And I don't know if you recall this one where we were, it was one of the first times that we went there as far as camping. And there was a guy that had a couple of cars that
Replicas.
replicas that looked just like but they also looked just like what you could go buy.
Yeah.
Uh, and those days are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I, I just don't think it's any good. I really don't. I think NASCAR has to back off. They need to stop this single supplier part thing. And they need to get back, and we've said this time and time and time and time again, to their roots, not only with the tracks, but with letting these guys, I mean, yeah, you got to have rules, you got to have parameters, but let them do what they do.
Yep.
I mean, if you'll notice, most of the higher ups in the chain of management with NASCAR are people that have gotten nailed and the hardest for cheating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. Real quick, Kyle Larson won it. Bubba got second.
An ass
Tyler
whooping. Old
Reddick.
school ass whoopings. His quote. Old school ass whooping.
Tyler Reddick was third. Briscoe fourth. Chase was fifth. Blaney was sixth. And I'll just go down the list because there's only 24. Suarez, Jones, Gibbs, Logano, Chastain, Bell, Hamlin, Truex, Josh Berry,
Who had the
Busher,
races weigh in? Barry? Him
Barry
and Gibbs,
did.
And Gibbs.
Yep.
Then Noah got the fan vote.
Noah was the fan vote.
Noah Bolka.
Busher, Dylan, Harvick, Keselowski, Byron, Cindric, Kyle Busch, Gregson, and Stenhouse. So that's how it played out. And I just to put a bow on it, I enjoyed watching the race, but I was not.
I can see people's gripe. I understand it, but it's not the car. It's not the track. It's the car.
I agree, and that was proven, like you said, with the truck race, because that was fun to watch.
Yep.
That was Oh my God. That was the best. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. That was the best race of the weekend.
Yep.
So, I checked before we got in here, and guys, this is gonna be it's a short one just because it was the All-Star race. Not much news that I could see. At least nothing standing out to me. There couldn't be really any penalties because again, this is the All-Star race, so anything they found was probably handled in private.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing
I'm waiting for it. Come on. Bring it up. I'll bring it up. Let's talk about it. Let's bring it up. Fucking Bubbles.
What the hell is he thinking? Giving the middle finger, and NASCAR says they're not going to do anything about it because it was to a friend, supposedly.
Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. And
that was insane.
And everybody's like, well, you had no problem when Junior did it or Harvick did it or Chase did it. Yeah, that middle finger was directed towards another person in car, not the fans and the camera. It wasn't towards a fucking friend.
Well, what? Chase was standing in the middle of the track when he did it.
Yeah, that was the 2020 All-Star race. I want to say it was at Bristol when he did it. But yeah, it was when they usually flip somebody off, it's towards another driver, not the fans. And
not the fans, not the camera.
Yeah. And the sad part is he was trying to be sneaky about it when he did it. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to undo his thing, and then he went like that and unzip his stuff. Like he was being sneaky about it, like people ain't gonna fucking notice, and then you lie and say, oh yeah, it was just to a friend. Who? And the fact that NASCAR's gonna believe that bullshit? And then on top of his interview, implying that, oh, they didn't check Kyle's louvers on his car, saying that he's possible cheating, and like, you better shut the fuck up. You are not making any fans. Oh,
when he did that, I lost it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
I don't want to talk about the piece of shit because in my mind is just, there's always going to be something, and I don't want to give him more attention than he fucking gets, but I cannot wait until he's out. If he wasn't who he was and the color of his skin, he would not be in that ride. I am sorry. He needs taken out. He needs taken out. I'm sorry. That ride, he needs to be gone. Give it to somebody.
Tyler Reddick is proving that the equipment is just fine.
Give it to Ryan Newman, please.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, that I was like stunned and amazed, and I feel bad that it came across national TV. They even with the delay, they didn't stop it for whatever reason.
No one really noticed what he was doing until it caught fire on social media, and then I got caught. I was towards a friend. No, he was mad because he gets booed every week and blah, blah, blah. And now he's in kind of like his home backyard with North Carolina.
Well, why doesn't he do something like a Kyle Busch?
He did. Apparently he did when he came out of the fucking curtains. He did that. Like he was, and there was an interview about someone asking with all the booing. And he's like, how does he make you feel? Blah, blah. It is what it is. If that's who you want to judge a book by its cover, blah, blah, blah. But then you do something like that, you ain't gonna gain any fans. I am sorry. You don't gain any respect. You lost any if you had any with me. You're negative now. I don't know. You are bottom of the barrel. Scum.
Oh, he is.
Scum.
It's the entitlement attitude, and I just don't know what else to say about it. I was just
I think he was mad. He was mad also, which I heard this is pretty bad of the fans. Someone hijacked or something his radio, and they're saying nasty things in his radio.
Oh, really? I love that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're saying some pretty nasty things in his radio. They didn't say anything racial. They're just saying, "Oh, you don't belong here, and you need to get better at driving, or just go park it, go back home, and stuff like that." So I think he's pretty
I didn't
pissed
know
off.
that.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed off about that.
Hey, you're in the big boys club now. You
But
need to be able to.
the thing is, this isn't the first time that a radio has been hijacked. It's happened to multiple drivers and multiple different tracks. Just happened to be yours because they just won the, make you mad. And look what happened. It made you mad.
Excuse me, this is North Carolina.
Yeah.
So
you live in North Carolina. You're from Alabama. Blah blah blah. But still, like,
yeah. I just, like I said, I just stared. I was like, "Are you?" It's
even
nuts.
Denny Hamlin, because he had his little detrimental thing. He didn't say anything about the middle finger, but he wished Bubba didn't say this the accuse or accusation or whatever it is about the cheating. He's like, I wish he wouldn't have said that. So I'm pretty sure Denny's already said something to him. Like, you got beat because he's a better driver. That's about it.
Yeah. I just, like I said, that is just, you got second place. Yeah, you didn't get the mill, but
you got a payday. Oh, I got a payday.
Yeah.
I was when I seen Bubba, because he was on this, I don't know if he purposely did it or whatever, but they were on the same tire strategy as Kyle Larson, and when he was in second, Kyle was in first. It was like 50 laps to go. I'm like, Kyle, please don't blow a tire. Please don't blow a tire. Just take it easy, because I don't want Bubba to win it. Please. I was the whole time. Thank God. That boy had enough tire to do a burnout around the whole track.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was completely disrespectful in my opinion.
To everybody. I mean, not just the fans.
And the sad part is he's not going to apologize about it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's righteous, so. All right. As I said, there's not a whole lot going on. Just getting ready for race week. And we got Charlotte.
Yep.
And I couldn't tell you, believe me, I'm going to be watching the Indy 500. It's because I always do. I love it.
Next year's going to be better, not better, but and more interesting, because Kyle Larson starting next year is doing both. I cannot wait for that.
I've heard rumors that so is Kyle Busch.
He wants to. He says he wants to, but no one's calling him back. So he said he's going to show up there and see if anybody will just give him a call. I don't know. He says he wants to, but he hasn't gotten a call yet.
An official, yeah. So,
which might be his announcing. I don't know, but he might. Kyle Busch might.
Moving on to Charlotte. 600 miles. Going to go through into the evening. And I filtered this out in average top 10 finishes. Do you know who's over the last 10 races? You know who's got the most top 10s?
Probably, I would say Kevin Harvick, but probably not.
You nailed it. It's Harvick.
Is it?
Yep,
I was
with 8.
He's been there 10 years.
And I filtered it away from the Roval to just the oval. Kevin's got 8. Hamlin's got 7. So does Kyle Busch and Martin Truex. Chase has got 6, along with, Kurt Busch doesn't count. Keselowski and Larson each have 5. Bowman and Stenhouse Jr., there's your dark horse, which he's not a dark horse, but they got 4. And then we got Busher, Blaney, Reddick, which is really good. Reddick's only been there 4 times, and he's got 3 along with Austin Dillon and Logano, which kind of surprises me with Logano. And then Byron and Bell each have 2 top 10s. Byron's been there 6 times. Bell has been there 4. What kind of stuck out to me is Chastain. He's been there 5 times on the oval. Average finish, I believe. Yeah, average finish is 22 or 26. Eric Almirola, he's been there 9 times. His average finish is 18. So, I don't recall whether these, Cindric is got 0, but he's only been there 1 time on the oval. Almirola's been there 9 times. He just can't finish it. So there's a lot of good guys that don't do good there, and I don't know if it's the 600 miles or whether it's accidents. Christopher Bell's only been there 4 times. He's been in the top 10 2 times, so that's not horrible, along with Byron. And then to round out top 10 current average is Briscoe, Suarez, Jones, and McDowell with 1 each. So, let me do. There we go. Time to make a pick.
Standings. I'm gonna say Chase Elliott to win. And dark horse, I'm gonna say Eric Almirola.
That thing's done.
Yeah, you could do Ryan Newman too.
Is he going to be racing there?
Apparently. Let me see.
I don't know what. I haven't looked at the entry list yet. What are the dark horse options? Is Chase Elliott still one of them?
Yeah, I could have done both. Nope, Todd Gilliland's racing the 51 this week.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Again, I didn't actually think to print that out. Who's 25 and below?
You have Eric Jones, Almirola, AJ Allmendinger, Chase
No,
Elliott.
no, don't go any farther. Jones.
You could do Josh Berry.
No.
I thought
Jones is my dark horse.
I thought about Eric Jones too.
Yep. And I'm really going out there on a limb. McDowell for the win.
Oh, you are. Well, how about
Yep.
that shit too? Is McDowell and Gibbs? They got into it, and honestly, well, he didn't ruin Gibbs' chance, but he could have to getting through the All-Star. He was not happy with him. He goes, I like his response. I don't have the budget to go down there and punch him.
Well,
he's like, that's why I'm down here and he's down there. I don't have the budget.
Well, it helps when your grandpa's got FU money.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Have you got anything else you want to talk about?
So was about it. Like there wasn't, like I said, we're early on Tuesday. It's kind of like not an off week, but off week because the All Star and
No penalties to
no
talk
penalty.
about. Not a whole lot of news.
Everybody was getting all uppity about Kyle Larson's wife chugging a beer. I'm like, are
yeah,
you really gonna stop?
get get a
She's
life.
done that all over the place. Every time, if you actually follow Kyle Larson, she does that at any big event. She did it when he won the championship, won the regular season championship. She
And so what?
they wish they could have somebody like that. Oh, somebody was so mad. I saw a comment. Oh, she's wearing a MAGA hat. And I'm like, actually, you fucking idiot. It's a NASCAR Winston Cup hat.
Some of these people, I'm telling you. Like I said, this is gonna be short. There's just not a whole lot. We're not that analytical. So unless you get something else, I sign off out of here.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We're done. We'll see you after Charlotte. Have a great and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be like the biggest Memorial Day traveling season since like 2008, apparently 7 or 8. Like,
Yeah.
it's projected. So
Yeah.
way
Just
up
be
there.
safe. Be careful, and we'll see you guys back here next week.